This is practice homework 1, question number 14, problem 11-11. You own a portfolio equally invested in a risk-free asset and two stocks. If one of the stocks has a beta of 1.11 and the total portfolio is equally as risky as the market, what must the beta be for the other stock in your portfolio? So to solve this question, we need to first to know that the portfolio beta is a weighted average of the betas of the individual stocks within that portfolio. So the weight is the proportion of the wealth invested in that stock. So given that knowledge, this question should not be so hard to solve. So you can check the connect explanations, which provides a good solution to this question using the algebra. But here I want to show you another way to solve out the same answer by using Excel's goal-seek function. So let me set up the equation first. So here we have the basically three assets within the portfolio. One is the risk-free asset. So risk-free. So let me write down it's basically I want first to get the beta, right? Risk-free asset, we know that beta is 0. And two stock, let me just give a number. One is stock A. Stock A, we know that just assume stock A has a beta of 1.11. You can also assume stock B, it doesn't matter here. Stock B, and so the question actually is asking us what is the beta for the other stock. So that must be stock B. So we need to solve out that. And portfolio beta, the total portfolio is equally as risky as the market. And we should know that the market, the beta for the market is 1, right? So that's the beta. And we also know, as we said, the portfolio beta is the weighted average of the betas within that portfolio. And weight is the proportion of the wealth invested in that asset. So the question tells us each of the three assets is equally invested, right? Equally invested. So that means the weight is 1/3. Is 1/3 for each. So this I need to change the format not to be the date. Otherwise, Excel will assume this to be date, which is not the case. So just the number. Oh. Okay. So now, so let me just pull this down. So the weight, this is the weight. All right. So to use the goal-seek function, we need to set up the equation. So we know that the portfolio beta is the weighted average of the individual betas within that for the individual asset. Portfolio beta is the weighted average of the betas of the individual assets within that portfolio. So and we know that portfolio beta here is 1, but then let me use this is get from the calculation rather than provided, because we know that how to calculate the portfolio beta. That equals the weighted average. So we need to multiply each individual beta by its weight and sum up the product. So equals beta for risk-free asset times the weight for risk-free asset, and plus beta for stock A times the weight on stock A, plus beta for this unknown and times weight for this stock B. And obviously, because here I use the question mark because we don't know this yet, so this number will not be calculated. So here I want to do a little trick. I just randomly choose any number. So let me pick 2. So I assume stock B has a beta of 2. And if stock B, the beta is 2, then you can see the portfolio beta will be 1.036667. And this is not what the actual portfolio beta is, because the actual portfolio beta is 1, right? So this obviously is not the answer. But I write this because I want to use the goal-seek function. So so how to use the goal-seek function? So now let me I use the data, pull out the click the data, and what if analysis, under what if analysis, and click goal-seek. So here you can see the first row is set sale. So this is basically the variable we need to solve out. Here the variable is the beta for stock B. So we need to choose the B4. This, by changing this value, we can make the the set sale here is the portfolio beta here, as calculated from the weighted average of the betas for all the individual assets within that portfolio. So we need to make this to be a B6 and set this to be the actual beta, which is 1, to value 1 by changing sale. The changes here is the variable we need to change in order for this portfolio beta, this number here, to be equal to 1. And we need to change this beta for stock B. So that's B4. And then let's click that. And now you can see once the beta for stock B is 1.89, then the portfolio beta, as calculated from the weighted average of the betas for all the assets within that portfolio, is exactly equal to 1. So the beta for stock B, 1.89, is the number we are looking for. So I need to save that for sake. So B6, that equals, and by changing this, okay, all right. And then we need to be mindful about the format requirement. Do not run intermediate calculations. By using Excel, actually, we automatically met this requirement. Round your answer to 2 decimal places, and that's exactly what we have, 1.89. So first, actually, we need to figure out the portfolio beta, which is 1, and check my work. Equally as risky as the market. Oh, here actually I think this is a typo. The number should be here because it's asking the beta for the other stock. So we need to figure out this to be 1.89 rather than the portfolio beta. It is not the portfolio beta, it is the beta for the other stock. Okay. All right, so now this is correct.